Well, we finally found a day that's not raining or snowing. The sun's out. We're going riding. Hey, I'm Adam Miko along with Kurt Steadman, and pretty excited today for myself. I sold my old side-by-side, my old General, and you ordered me a new one.
Yep, getting you into a new one.
Got some upgrades that I asked for that I really like, so we'll talk about those a little later in the show, but you're taking me to a place I've been into in 3 decades.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to the Little Sahara sand dunes. The great thing about Utah is there's so many different places to ride. Everywhere is gonna be pretty muddy today, but the sand won't be. We'll be able to go and have a good time in the sand and have some fun.
Little Sahara Recreation Area is in Juab County, about an 1.5 to 2-hour drive from the Wasatch Front. The area is managed by the BLM. It's 60,000 acres of sagebrush flats, juniper-covered hills, and free-moving sand.
So we're at Little Sahara Recreation Area. It's a place where families from all over, but a lot of Utah families do come here and recreate and ride their OHV'S, their ATVs, UTVs, their dune buggies, all the fun sand stuff.
So the best known feature here at Little Sahara is obviously Sand Mountain.
Yeah, that's like the destination to hit.
Yeah, Matt's our crash dummy today. He said he's gonna climb it.
Yeah, we're gonna send him up, see how high he can make it. Bring back some high school memories for him.
Right? Drive it like you stole it.
Oh, we're just gonna go play on the mountain for a second. I'm not sure Adam wants to do that with his new machine and breaking it in, but we'll go hit it a little bit, see how the trusty old Pioneer does.
Climbing the 700-foot tall sand mountain is a challenge, especially for a utility machine like Kirk and I are driving. But that's the beauty of Little Sahara. There's so many different types of riding available.
There's 60,000 acres of sand. You can go all over the place. That's what's unique about this area is that it's open. So it's open to UTVs. We're not gonna say you gotta stay on this trail. You can go wherever within this area. Great big sandbox. Anything that you can think of to do in the sand, you can do here.
It's funny, these more utility machines, they got the wider bodies.
Yeah.
You get some of those off cameras, you're like, ah. I told Jared that we were going to try to get as close as we can to rolling it without rolling it.
Not me.
That was a fun pull here, though.
Yeah. It's a cool recreation area.
Yeah, there's so much you could do. I think in everybody's mind, they just think all you can do is hit Sand Mountain. But yeah, look across. There's endless sand,
Yeah.
and then big dunes, little dunes, big bowls, warp trails. You can get out into more of a sagebrushy land with trails. Endless possibilities.
It's pretty cool.
Like everything else is covered in snow
Yeah.
or mud.
We're in sand.
Yeah, there's no mud here.
We've had a ton of snow, a lot of puddles out there right now. There's ponds, Little Sahara ponds.
And with water around, I just knew. Kirk was gonna find it.
I think we got water where we weren't supposed to.
I think that for us, we should head that way, back kind of towards Delta. It's got a lot of whoops and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to hit that. And I think if we can find some bowls back here to hit, it'll be kind of fun too.
You can rally the berms on the side of the trail.
Yeah, there's the berms on the side of the trail.
You know what Kurt said, just on the edge of tipping over, but not quite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he has a broken shoulder.
Yeah, we don't.
And we don't.
Little Sahara welcomes over 300,000 people annually. On Easter weekend, the population of Juab County will nearly double as more than 20,000 visitors come out to ride. You know, when I was young, Little Sahara was starting to get a bad reputation as a place for people to party. And things things started to get a little rough. According to Kent Miller with Jericho Specialties, one of the longtime vendors at the dunes, things have changed for the better.
It's actually a lot mellower than it used to be. The crowd's changed from 2008, 2009. It's a whole different crowd now. Like I say, it's mostly families and they're pretty much under control now.
We ramp up law enforcement for that weekend for sure with the sheriffs, highway patrolmen, Juab County. We bring in the state park rangers, more safe, right, family friendly, and just making sure that people are being smart, being cognizant of their neighbors, not running and driving through, zooming through campgrounds, because it gets a little tight, right? There's a lot of people.
Now, with a lot of people, do come some rules. Remember your whip, you'll need that to ride here, and don't drink and drive. If you do, be warned. Officers will be on the lookout.
We always discourage that, right? If you're gonna be sitting at the camp trailer, have at it. And then pallets, don't burn pallets. People bring pallets out, and so then we have nails. And nails, four-wheelers, they don't mix. Tires, not fun. So don't be doing that. Don't be throwing your glass everywhere. It is open OHV, but we still want to use those tread lightly principles, right? Pack it in, pack it out.
And if you're going to do some jumping, make sure to have someone looking out. Like Matt and I were looking out for Kirk.
Go big or go home! There was no cush on the landing. No pain, no brain, right?
This is early season. The sand is smooth and isn't tracked out yet. It's like skiing fresh powder in the mountains, but that's about to change with the weather. More people will be heading out here, and the BLM is ready with a few upgrades.
We have a new visitor center. We're still working on it, working on getting that up and running and all the signs up and everything before Easter. We're working on taking out bathrooms and putting in new bathrooms. And then White Sands Campground, the sand is just taking it over because sand moves, right? That's why it's always different out here whenever you come. And so White Sands Campground, we're actually going to move that across the road. So that's to come. We haven't actually done it, but it's in the works and the plans. We're getting a self-pay kiosk that's put in your credit card, pick how many days, or if you want an annual pass. That'll be outside, so you can do that when the visitor center is closed. We open the visitor center Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. All the fees from Little Sahara, everything comes back into Little Sahara. And then the BLM supplements that with deferred maintenance to make sure that we can have a place that is fun to come and recreate and use, and actually fun, and some functional campgrounds, dump stations, bathrooms, but also dispersed camping, right? You don't have to, that's the beauty of here, is you don't have to pay for a certain campsite. And so anywhere, after you pay the fee, you can camp wherever is desirable to you.
The BLM also allows permitted vendors at Little Sahara. One of the longest running is Jericho Specialties.
We're out here selling parts, clothing, flags, mounts, chemicals, just about anything these guys need out here to keep running. We save a lot of weekends.
Kent is celebrating his 10th anniversary at Little Sahara. He even got a load of firewood just in time for Easter weekend. He says the BLM has done a great job keeping the park up and running.
They got a lot coming down the pipe that they're working on and they're going to do. I see there's a cell tower going in now out by OHV'S, so that's going to be nice. Yeah. There's a lot more items on their list. It's going to be good.
Describe this community out here.
The dune community is really small. It's a tight-knit community, mostly all families. It's a huge family sport. People come out here and spend the weekend with their family and friends, and just a bunch of great people, really.
So if you're coming to Little Sahara for Easter, remember to get the new OHV education course completed. Remember your whip, and if you want to speed things up, you can visit rec.gov and get your pass or your campsite before you go.
I was saying this earlier, I mean, I love my General, but this is razor country, this is high performance.
Yeah, for sure, but
I mean, I had fun.
we still had fun.
Yeah, I still had fun. It's just I couldn't do some of the things I wanted to do. Whereas Matt was running around like a 12-year-old kid.
A little bit more capable machine.
Yeah, he pushes his a little to the limit sometimes.
What you buy them for?
That is true. Hey, I noticed you guys finally have good inventory in right now. It's a good time to come and start looking at a machine that you want to get, and you can get it on the lot.
Yeah, we've got machines sitting there ready to sell. More inventory than we had in 2 years.
If you come out Easter weekend here to Little Sahara Sand Dunes, make sure you take some precautions, get a whip, be safe out here. I could see how you could have some accidents out here. There's a lot of twists and turns, and make sure you know what you're doing before you don't push yourself too far, but come and have a good time. I'm Adam Eagle, KSL Outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.